to my channel. This is Jasmine Ladishay, and today we're back with the review for the Power Juicer. Now, for this PowerXL juicer that I just bought the other day. And this juicer right here, let me tell you one thing before we even start. If you go to Walmart and you buy a juicer, that is not going to be the best brand anyway. I done had low-end juicers, and I done had a juicer that I actually spent like $400 or $500 for. Now, that was a slow masticating, which means it doesn't use that much power. And I'll tell you a couple of differences later, but it didn't use that much power, and it juices slowly. When you go to Walmart, you're going to get something that juices a little bit quick and straight to the point so you can hurry up and get out the way. So right off the bat, I would say this is a beginner, it's probably going to be a good beginner juicer. I've never used it before. Personally, my favorite is in the middle. I hate the low end, like the Black & Decker $40 one. I hate that one. But I don't like the slow masticating juicer either because it's too slow. You got to cut everything up real fine. But by that time, I will already say that I was used to the convenience of the Jack LaLanne because it had a bigger chute where you can feed the fruits and vegetables through. And, you know, bigger slices, some stuff you would have to cut up. But for the most part, you did it and it was over with. You know what I'm saying? So that was the biggest difference that I liked. It was the convenience of it all. But sometimes with the slow masticating one, your juices will be more darker, and you could just tell it was more nutrition in those juices. So eventually you do get more bang for the buck when you start going into the more high-end juicers. And some of them are quicker than the other ones, but the one that I had was very slow. And it was a Breville something, I forgot. But this one right here, I'm hoping that it'll be more complimentary to mostly like, and forget my lighting. I might try some stuff as we, not know the light. Because my light just went off when I first started making this video. So I don't have no ring light, and I'm just winging it right now. Trying to figure out what stuff should be placed in all of this mess. But anyway, you guys. Yeah, so apparently this was seen on TV, so you might have seen a commercial with this juicer. I don't watch TV, so I had not seen it. And another tip too, if you do want to buy this juicer, do not buy it from Walmart itself. That's where I got this one from. Do not buy it from Walmart itself. Go ahead and go online and buy the juicer and then pick it up. So how I got mine was I went into the store to buy a juicer. So, and I knew I would spend at least a budget of $100. $100 is going to get you a juicer that's not the worst, not the best, but it's going to get you something to start off with, a beginner juicer. If you don't have one, it's going to get you one, okay? So I knew that already, especially dealing with juicers and having experience with dealing with juicers before. So my budget was $100, so I was looking for anything that was in that range. This one was $120. I was going to get it, but for some reason, I ended up going online while I was standing there. Oh, I went to go look at reviews to see, what's up with the juicer. And I seen that it had 4 stars online. So I didn't even look at what people were saying personally when I seen the 4 stars at about 200 or 300 people. And then it was then where it popped up that the juice was actually $80. So I ended up saving like 30, 40, 50 bucks on 50 bucks because the juicer was 80 online and 120 in the store. So if you can, and since I was at the store, I went on ahead and I picked up the juicer. I ordered it online. I had the juicer already in the cart. Then I went back there and I'm like, Can y'all go ahead and check me out? I went shopping for myself. You ain't got to do it. You ain't got to do it. You ain't got to waste the time to go back there because I've done it for you already. So, you know, you could just go ahead and check me out. So they spend a couple minutes, wait for that email that's going to come to your inbox. When that email comes, that's going to be your receipt, your little confirmation thing. And then I showed that to them. And then they was able to pull up my juicer. And the one that I had in the cart was the one that I got just being online. So that right there was a plus right there. So no matter what, I'm going to feel like I got a deal for this juicer because number one, I'm going to be able to start juicing. Number two, I'm going to feel better. Number three, I didn't pay what I was up, and I would have spent $120 on it because that's how bad I know that I need the juice. So anyways, they're saying that it's self-cleaning. Me knowing juicers already, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I already know that that was a lie, and I did go look at one more other review about this juicer, and it was a lie from that video, and I know it's gonna be a lie from this video. So I'm gonna show you guys that that is in fact it's just a lie. There is no way. If you know how juices work, they leave so much pulp in there. And once pulp sits somewhere, it can cause mildew and stuff. So for them to be saying that this thing is going to go and clean it out when you actually need brushes and stuff to go in there and make sure all that food is out is ridiculous because the holes are like, so nothing like this is going to be self-cleaning. All those small little holes, nothing that comes like this, and you'll see what I'm talking about, is going to be self-cleaning. It just ain't possible. So when I seen it, I didn't pay attention to that because I knew it was a lie. But the XL kind of sold me, though, I will say that, because that meant to me that it probably was one before this that didn't work as well as this one. So the XL is actually what sold me. And when you read the tagline, the only thing they meant was products that excel. So the XL did work. The Encino TV, I didn't even see till I got home, honestly. But I do love stuff that's seen on TV. I will buy stuff on purpose that just say that just to see if it works, because that's how I am. And something interesting about this juicer that I really never seen before is that this juicer has settings on it. Supposedly it got 2 speeds. I've never seen that. 1.3 horsepower. I never heard of a juicer having horsepower either, but I did see that from the other review, and that equates to 20. I think it was that this juicer was 25,000 watts or something like that, which is very high. I usually don't pay attention to wattage, but I think that the juicers I've had, they've been way, way below that. So that lets you know that it's going pretty fast. And when it's going pretty fast, you're dealing with not the best yield of juice and not the most concentrated, let's say that, and potent. Again, that's just steady talking about the features and stuff like that, the self-cleaning. And it does say it has an extra large chute. And mainly that's something that I look for, period. That's something that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and open this juice up. Okay, you guys. I'm back. I don't know where I left off at, but I went to go look for a container to hold my juice. Now, a perfect idea, I did have something that was actually perfect to hold the juice. 1 second. Which was actually my mason jar. But this is dark, you guys, and this is a video. But you guys, for storing your juices If you want to store it, I would say 24 hours or less. This is the perfect thing to store them in. Is the actually, especially a dark mason jar, but a mason jar nonetheless. That's because it actually gets tight. But this being a video, you would think that I would have had a clear one, but it's not going the way I want to. So that even really disappoints me about not having a jug that's for the machine, that the juice goes in. It's not a big deal really, but to me it is. I just like it. So what I got instead to use, so something that was clear, I got this Betty Crocker bowl, and it is labeled just like the mason jar is labeled. The mason jar is a 3-cup. It holds 3 cups. This also holds 3 cups. So, and we're gonna make sure that the measurements are the same. I'm gonna make sure that the measurements for this and that are equal. So if I ever did this again, I would know that it was 3 cups for sure. Okay, so we're just going to use that bowl. And another strange feature. Okay, step 1, remove paper protector. Lower the locking bar, remove the lid and pulp guard. Discard the paper protector, wash all the parts, and reassemble the juicer. Secure the locking bar. Okay. Y'all, I'm a little bit disappointed about this juicer. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay, so we're gonna go inside and remove the paper. We already lowered the bar. So take out the top of the chute. Okay, just wiggle this off. And there is that self-cleaning feature they were talking about. And I guess you push it like that. And this is the paper they were talking about. And this blade is sharp. In all juicers, you will have this. So let's see how you get it out. Okay, guys. So I'm sitting here figuring out how do you remove this piece, and it's a push and pull mechanism. There is no turning needed. You just push it on and then you pull it out. So this is the part, the spout where the juice flies around, gets separated from the pulp. So I'm gonna stick that back up in there. Okay, now that's back on. So you just push that in. Okay. And then you just get your fingers under there. See, that's the problem right there. You just pull it out. Okay. A little bit strange. Not a little strange, but it's okay. You know, usually I like, in some juices I've had, I had to go in and untwist it, or you can untwist it by just spinning it, or I've had some where you had a mechanism where you go in and untwist it and then pull it out, which is fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rinse the parts. It hasn't been used. You see the blade, and you see those tiny little holes. I do like the fact how tiny the holes are. It means you're gonna get more juice. And I'm not gonna do them with soap. I don't want to taste any soap. I'm gonna press that back on. Now I'm gonna rinse out this piece as well. And I actually think, you guys, that that brush just gives me something else to make sure that there's no food on it. Actually, at this point right now, as I'm seeing, I'd rather it not be there. And I don't want to complain about the juicer, y'all, but it's just, why did you do that? Especially when I know the juicer not going to clean itself. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse the chute as well. Okay. And you guys, something strange that I've never seen with juicer as well is that the spout is not connected, but I won't take this as too much of a bad thing because that means you can take it off and clean it as well. So, not too bad. But I've never seen that. So you're just gonna stick this on and make sure the spout is facing downward. You want the juice to come down, not up. So you won't have to rinse this part. This is where all the pulp and stuff shoots to. But I'll show you guys a tip right now. I took a clear bag so you guys can see what I'm doing. But I take like a Walmart bag. What I usually like is the bags like at the store when you buy your fruits and vegetables, those bags. But for the purpose of this video, I'll use this one. And you just take this bag, or any bag, stick it down in there. All right. Turn it to the back. And turn it to the back. And fit it, the piece, back on there. And I don't like the fact that, you know what, and that's why. Okay, you guys, before you do that and start moving it around, trying to put the bag on and that stuff, line everything up. And then put your, and that's my fault, put your bar back up. Hold on. Yeah, that's my fault. So just go ahead and raise your lever back into place. And now keep it steady. You see, I was getting frustrated. Now go ahead and take your pulp bin, lift it up, and you just sit it under there. You just find its placing and put it back under there. Now you're ready to start juicing. And it also comes with a brush. Now you're going to need that brush, which I'll show you. You'll need that brush for the inside to get all that gunk up out of your, the thing with the little holes that catches all the pulp. So you will need this brush, so do not lose this brush. So now we're going to get ready to do our juice. Now, I'm thinking whether I should do a separate video for the juice, but either way, I get me a bowl out and I'll show you the ingredients that I use. Okay, you guys, and I'm gonna scoot you guys in a little bit closer. Okay, whatever. So you guys, on the right side of the machine, on the same side where the cleaning tool feature is actually the power button for this machine. And it has the first and second speed plus a cleaning. You can press this button for cleaning. Okay, so we're going to be using the 1 and 2 mode. I think for this juicer, because it does run fast, that I might try to stay away from using the 2 mode. I actually originally thought it was 3 modes on this machine, and I was considering only using the second mode, but seeing it for myself that it's only 2 speeds. If I have something hard, like maybe this beet is a little bit extra out of fruits and vegetables that I can think of, like root like stuff probably would be with the second mode. You would probably want to do in second mode. I've never had a juicer where I had to switch in and out of different modes. That probably is a little bit more of a inconvenience. And from what I've already known, they do not even tell you which fruits and vegetables need to be done on what speed. So it's kind of like a guessing game anyway. But you guys, we are going to go ahead. We're going to start juicing. Okay. So turn her back around to the, well, you know what? I can actually leave it to the side for you guys. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to open the chute. Turn on the machine. Hold on, you guys, because I don't know how you get to that second mode. It seems to press all the way down. I feel like the second speed is the cleaning. Now that's the cleaning right there, right? Oh, okay. So you must put it on this part. Then you clean. You use the first speed for the cleaning, and the second speed is a higher speed. But as you can hear, it sounds like a freaking vacuum. This is probably the loudest machine, and I know it's definitely the fastest machine probably that I've ever used. So with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and start juicing. And I like to throw it down there and just I just hold it. Not very much juice at all. Now I'll probably come in with something softer. And remember, I haven't used this before, so. And lemon smells amazing. That was an apple. We'll go ahead and do one of these beets. And I'm not putting too much pressure on it. Juice is going everywhere, so that's why I turned it back down. Now we're going to put some of these carrots. As you know, carrots yield a lot of juice, so after I do those, I'm going to go in with machine is so loud, it's freaking me out a little bit. Okay, you guys, that is probably the loudest machine I've ever heard. Look, I thought that was smoking. I thought that my essential oil diffuser was smoking. I thought it was a machine because of how loud it was. The loudest machine I've ever heard. Once again, it says 1.3 horsepower. I don't know what that means. 1 horse. I don't know. Anyway, but it is 25,000 watts. I would recommend if you stay in an apartment that you need to that you do need to be juicing in the daytime. I've never seen one where I even thought about it, but it's definitely not for the nighttime. It sounds like, especially when the seeds and stuff start coming out, it sounds like that hours and hours doing something I ain't had no business. Sound like I'm in here chopping up something. But yes, you guys, and we're gonna look at our bowl and see how much juice did we yield. I would say this is probably about 2 cups of juice. That's it. But for me, I knew it wasn't going to be a lot from what I used. What I used is just a recipe for me to drink down right now before I leave. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, like think of it as breakfast. So technically that is a lot of juice because I didn't mean to make a gallon. I wasn't trying to make a gallon of juice. So 2 cups would be perfect for you starting off. I would recommend just doing, if you don't do anything, just do this every day. Get to the point where you're adding greens and stuff in there. Something green. But to start off with, this is a nice recipe. And stretching it would even be adding greens, another apple, stuff like that, or a pineapple in there. But yeah, but the most expensive thing out of all the stuff I had is beets itself. I'm gonna try to find and see where I can get cheaper beets from. I'm not really knowing right now. So let's go ahead and check out our Pope. It's, you know what, you guys? It's wet, but it's actually drier than what I thought it would be. Everything seemed to there's a lemon rind, but it's drier than what I expected, especially watching another review. Couple of those lemon rinds, so since I know that it hates the lemon, it's a big piece right there. Since I know it hates my lemon, I probably would use 1 extra lemon, or I'll show you guys what I have. And I like lemon in my juices for weight loss as well. So I can even use one of these. These are crystallized lemon. And for each pack is 1 wedge. So if I was really bothered, I could add that in there. But this is not the point. This is for juicing. So to offset that, I probably would add more, 1 more or 1/2 more lemon. Just so I can get a whole lemon inside of my juice. But we can go ahead and taste, you guys. Overall, I would say up to this point, 3 out of 5 stars. I'll give it a 3 up to this point. Okay, you guys, and like I told you, this is the best place to store it. I am going to drink my juice right now. And the longer you let it sit here, as you can see, it'll kind of begin to separate. So I like to drink my juice within 10 minutes of it juicing. I think that you should just do them fresh and drink them throughout the day if you want. But if you had to go to work or something and you just had to put it in a mason jar, and put the lid on and shake it up. Keep it in a cool place and shake it up. You know, when you go in to drink, but you will have to juices separate. That's what they do, and I don't care what kind of machine you have. But yeah. So this cup holds 3 cups, like I told you guys. So we're gonna see. And my cup, my mason jar does fit under there. So I'm gonna be happy about that, and I won't have as much splatter. The reason I had splatter is because this is a bowl. Just pour that in there. You guys. Wow. See, now that bowl was deceiving. I almost have 3 cups. Okay, we'll call it 2.5. I have 2.5 cups of juice inside of here versus looking in there. So with this yield, I am very happy. And if anything, I found, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I have found that when I juice daily, just 1 cup, I will lose a pound a day. I have found that. And I've done this a lot of times, and I've always found that if I get up and I drink at least 1 juice a day, that's it. I'll feel better, I'll have my energy, and I'll lose 1 pound a day, whether I'm trying to or not. Maybe this gives you something, it makes you go in the right direction anyway, because you kind of started in the right direction. So I don't know how I'm going to be doing it. I probably will be, because I have to get up so early in the morning. So to run this machine like that, I probably will have to actually run it in the night, put my juice in the refrigerator, and drink it in the morning. Because I'd rather do it at night than be rowdy, having that machine going at like 5 or 4 in the morning. You don't want that machine going at 5 or 4 in the morning. So they'll have to suffer at night, because I'm going to get my juice. So right now it's like 11:22 in the afternoon. And that pizza, wait for it though. I'm waiting for that ginger to kick in. And I think that since it did kick out a couple of pieces, that since ginger is so fibrous, I think I will go ahead and use a little bit bigger piece of this so I can get through it quicker too. And what my sister actually likes to do, I'll make another video on that, but I actually have a recipe that I used to love to do that you can do in your water throughout the day with this ginger. Nothing nobody's never heard of, but it's a video for me, honey. Ooh. Yes, you guys, it is good. I miss that juice. I can't even tell you. I miss that juice. But I will warn you. I don't know how long it lasts. I'll keep track and make a video maybe next week. But when you're drinking these, I also want to say, make sure you guys are, I don't know what you believe in, but for me, I believe in the Most High, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the king of the Bible. So I do like to pray over this stuff, especially because, you know, people are using pesticides and everything over all these fruits and vegetables. So you do want to be blessing everything that you use, especially if you're using it for healing. That's what it's for. That's why we need to do it. That's why we doing it. So you want to be blessing your juice, saying a quick prayer over it. And that goes with everything that you use. Okay, you guys. Now that is it. Now that is it for your juice recipe. I hope you enjoy it. It is good. It may send you to the bathroom, especially your first couple of times. But sip on that. Don't put it away. Go ahead and sip on it. Go ahead and sip on your juice. As long as it takes you to get it down, it tastes good. And it's a little bit thicker than what I thought it would be. But that's that foam too, though. There's always foam. But thank you guys for watching. I'll put the exact ingredients except for the ginger because I just cut a little piece of it, chunk of it. Okay, so I'm kind of doing 2 videos into one. I'm doing the one where I'm giving you guys a recipe and I'm showing you how I do it, but I didn't want to include all of that into this one so it could be separate. So I'm just going to do 2 videos. Now, they're going to kind of intersect, and then I'm going to just bridge off and do the recipe and then come back. And now this is the remainder of the juicer review. We did get 2.5 cups, which I am very happy about. The yield from the amount of stuff that I use, I'm very happy about it. This is exactly how I remember it to be, so it's not too far off from my Jacqueline Lane. I just feel that the machine is very much too loud. It's doing a little bit too much for me. And as far as, you see me take out the bag, the pulp is drier than what I thought it was going to be. Like I said, the yield was more than what I was going to be, thought it was going to be. But remember to, if you put something in there that's harder, put something in there that's softer so that it will force it to feed everything else in there and juice everything else out. So let's go ahead and open back up the machine. I don't even want to throw that away. And what some people like to do with their leftovers is compost. Now, as you can see, you guys, this cleaning device, self-cleaning thing, it's not going to clean all of it. How, sir? How? So, that's just an automatic fail, you guys. Sorry. That's just an automatic fail. That recipe is amazing. So, we can say, is it easy to clean? You know, it's definitely not going to clean itself, honey. That's for sure. And to me, I would have just liked it if they just left the bristles out, honestly. And you guys, when you're doing your juicer, we got to pop that out. Who's going to clean all that feed out? Looks like watermelon. See, there's nothing self-cleaning about it. You have to literally sit and brush all those fibers out. This stuff will get mold, and you will start to be juicing mold. So what's the purpose of juicing? None. And I'm sorry, you guys. What you're actually supposed to do is run water through the machine, but I'm not going to do that because I already know that this is not going. It's not going to clean it. So I could have did it for the sake of the video, but you guys are joking the joke. And right now, I don't feel like laughing. So I'm gonna clean the machine and let you guys know how I feel about the cleanup of it. That'll be a more accurate statement. So see you in a minute. Because she had covered her face. And he turned you guys. By the way, and said, "Go to, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee." For he did not juice it, turn, if you do that, turn on your Bible and stuff. But this first piece, it cleaned out fairly easy, just need a little soap. It would have a strainer in there so we can catch pulp. But you guys, go ahead and wash this out right away. Right away. Do not wait. It's easy. No wait. And go ahead and use, I like to go ahead and use a little bit of soap just in case it's some food somewhere. You don't see. Now under the bottom there's indentations, so you want to look up under there and make sure you see that. Like little food pieces always get stuck in there, and no matter which machine you have. Now the inner piece is always the hardest. So I'll show you guys how I do it. Okay, what I like to do is I turn on warm water. I just put soap, a little thin layer of soap around there, and then I begin to brush. Okay, I do the outside. You can run it under the water as you do it. Now this is going to be the most tedious process about washing your juicer. And don't let it dry. You might want to do this part first. But you do not want to let it dry. Well, you could do it last because it does take the most, and you don't want none of the pieces to dry, in my opinion. And the other ones will start to dry when you do this because the pulp in those, especially the top part, is dried pulp. It's drier anyway. So go ahead and do your other pieces and then do this one. Another quick layer of soap. And the holes in this one are so tiny. So this probably will be the longest one. But this is important, you guys, because you do not want this molded or anything. You want to make sure this is clean. And I will say they got that little that little bristles at the top. It helps. I will see it. So we'll use that to get up in there by the blade. I'm used to being able to take the blade off the base. Make sure there's no food stuck in that blade. And do not put it back into the machine. Don't put it into a dishwasher because it's not going to get it clean. And just go ahead and let this air dry. Oh, but look, there's food all up in there, all around. run my fingers again. I'll take the towel and fold it up in there. See that food hiding up in there? It's food hiding under the underlip, you guys. Of that pop in and out. That's the drawback. I just seen it. So under this lip, food is still food hiding there. So I'm gonna put a little bit of soap. Take my towel, the edge of my towel, and run it around this lip. Wow. I will say, watch out for that, you guys. Watch out for that. So now this piece is clean. I'm glad I seen this lip right here. Holds food, and it holds a lot of it. So make sure you're getting up under that lip. If you get this machine, you absolutely want to get under that lip. Okay, and when you're finished, you know, of course, make sure your brush is dry as well and clean as well. Okay, you guys. So to conclude the video, if I had to give this juicer a rating out of 5 stars, I honestly would give it 3.5. And I'm going to weigh that a little bit on what it advertised, because it actually does not do that. It does not help with the cleaning, not once or ever. Matter of fact, I spend more time cleaning this machine, I feel. And that's because of what I showed you guys. That extra lip that food gets under that you need to clean. And then the holes are so tiny, which I believe that's why it had a drier pulp than what I thought it would have. I thought it would be a little bit more wet. But the holes are so tiny. So you have to spend a lot more time on that piece, on that little corral, to get that cleaner. But that's not a problem for me. But you say that the machine is self-cleaning. Somebody bought that machine because it did say that, and it does none of that. So based on that, what else didn't I like? I didn't like the fact that it did not come with a already labeled cup, so you can know, because a first-time juicer, it is especially helpful when you know how much juice that you're yielding from the stuff that you're getting. And when you get that cup inside, it's so convenient, I'm telling you. But if you're going to get a juicer, I do recommend getting you a labeled jar, getting you, the mason jars are labeled, so just get a mason jar. They're already labeled. You can get the clear or the brown one. I recommend getting the brown one, because if you're not doing a video, the clear one is better for a video. The brown one is better because it keeps out light and stuff, and it can't be destroyed, and the seal is tight. So you do want to have a mason jar. What else do I recommend getting? Maybe a cutting board for your fruits and your vegetables, but I'm assuming that you cut anyway, so however that you do that, you know, do it. But I recommend getting a little cutting board or something, getting you maybe a special knife that you use for your stuff, so you can get, you know, get you a little routine where it makes it quicker. I also recommend either using distilled or apple cider vinegar, you know, to help clean those vegetables before you first start juicing. But that doesn't have nothing to do with those items I just named. Didn't have anything to do with the juicer itself. Those just are some things that make it easier to accommodate you while you're making juice. But all in all, I do like, and I thought that it was loud. That's another reason why I wouldn't give it 4 stars. Based on the noise, because me living in an apartment, I have to be conscious of when I'm gonna do that noise. I mean, it's loud. It's as loud as a vacuum cleaner right here on the counter, especially when it goes across a seat. So for that reason, I really can't give it 4 stars for that. So you guys, I'm giving this 3.5. Um, However, I do think that it's worth it, especially if you're a beginning or intermediate juicer. You haven't juiced in a while. It's better to be healthy than not to have a juicer. And I mean, from Walmart, the reason I give it 3.5 is because I didn't spend $80 and thought that I would have the top of the line juicer. Like, that's crazy, right? So I believe that it is a good juicer to start with, especially. I can't really say because I don't know what's on the market right now. So I can't really say. Maybe I can get another one and compare it. And the first thing I would be looking for, honestly, would be the noise. I don't care about self-cleaning. A juicer is never going to clean itself. And if it is, that means it's not doing your fruits and vegetables. Maybe it's sending it straight through. I don't know. But I think it's a good juicer to start with. I'm not going to lie to you. I do recommend, and remember you guys, I have to wash it down. But remember you guys, wash it out right away after you're done juicing, and to go online and see if you can get the juicer cheaper than what you would if you got to the store, and then you can do the curbside pickup. They allowed me to actually grab the machine in the store and go up there, and I went and they gave it to me right away. I didn't wait in line. I didn't wait or anything because it tells you have to come back at a certain time and pick up the item. But I didn't have to wait or anything. And if you do have to wait, you can order it before you go up there and have it ready for you. Just see what store it's at and then just put in your order, and in a couple hours it'll be ready. But you're going to save yourself some money from just buying it online. So try that first. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And make sure you praying over them juices. Peace.